Yes, guys, 172. What's up, brother?
172, baby.
Down the hatch. Oi. So I was reading, so I got, which is one of the greatest gifts, is July 1980 Playboy, right?
Nice.
The day I was born. It was a great gift. Now, one of the, of course, I don't remember the Playboy centerfold, but who cares? She, it was when they interview him, like, what are your turn-ons and da-da-da.
Oh, yeah, the
right?
bullshit.
Yeah, the bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's definitely bullshit that they say is their turn-ons. I go, that's all nonsense.
Oh, yeah, dude.
They're like smart men. And then,
Sure.
yeah, and one of the things, so they were asking her, what does it take, trivial, almost trivia questions, like what, if a man wants to date you, how does he approach? How does he do all these things?
Yeah.
And you're listening to this, and she clearly has no idea what she wants. And I wish I knew. I wish I could find out who she was dating or who ended up being her husband at the time. But
You know what I've always thought?
Yeah.
That it's not even them writing this shit down. That's
right.
I've always thought that because
Yeah.
I'll see. I remember, what was it? Penthouse. They used to have the Penthouse.
Yeah,
back in the day,
yeah.
dude. And I remember reading some of this stuff, and I was like, that's fucking bullshit. It says her favorite hobbies are fucking running on the beach and exercise. I'm like,
which is everybody, I guess. Yeah.
I'm like, well, you got a little thickness to you, and you don't got no runner legs. So I already know this is dog shit.
Yeah, I think it's like long walks on the beach. That's the stock answer.
Yeah, a good sunset with a fucking dry martini.
Yeah, that's the stock answer.
Yeah.
Like it's bullshit. Like I wish one of these chicks would just be like a 6'4" dude with a giant cock, rich as fuck.
I was gonna say big cock in a sports car.
In a sports car,
Yeah.
or just rich as fuck.
Yeah.
Like they never can say that, but that's it.
Yeah,
That's definitely it.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, because you never go. Anytime you see like, have you ever seen an ugly dude with no money with a hot chick?
Very rare.
Very rare.
Yeah.
But you have though, because you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever have.
I have, but I did ask her, and it was a big cock. Yeah.
He just has a giant cat.
Yeah, she liked his schlack stick, dude.
Yeah, she must have crazy low self-esteem though, too.
Definitely. You can tell she was one of those chicks that used to be kind of fat and ugly.
Yeah.
And then started becoming hot, but still has that mentality of the fat girl,
Yeah.
where she's socially awkward and unsure of herself. And homeboy just swooped right in, like, oh, I see.
Yeah,
where this
because
is going.
no matter, we can all say that all this bullshit, but we can all say that bullshit, but and Jenna has a guy friend who's slightly autistic, and we were getting in that conversation. He wants to get a good woman, and I go, start making money. I go, that's it. Start making money. That's it, bro. That's your only shot. And that because he's way overweight. Mm-hmm. Can't talk to anybody, slightly autistic, and a dork, And I go, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. You gotta start making money. That's it. That's your only shot. I'm sorry, because you don't have you're not funny. You don't have a great personality. You're not that talented. You're overweight.
I mean, if he is overweight, he could just hit one of them fat boot camps and shit. End up looking like Gorgeous George, and then not have to talk to attract.
He'll never do it. The point is
it takes a certain mentality.
He'll never ever. I know that for a fact. He'll never do that. And I go, it's the only shot you have is you have to make money. You should spend all your time trying to make a lot of money.
Yep. Once you focus on something that's going to excel your life,
Yeah.
other people are going to try to latch on.
Yeah.
And that's a fact.
Yeah, and that's or just anything,
Yeah.
But he has no shot. And it's always funny too on like other ends too. It's like speaking of Jenna also has like lady friends too, where their expectations on finding a guy is so
unbelievable.
They want the guy that played Thor, whatever his name is. Fucking
Chris
Helmsworth.
Helmsworth, there you go.
They're looking for that, but they themselves are sloppy as hell.
Yeah.
And I'm going. What I'm hearing is, and I don't chime in, but I'm sitting at an actual table, and I'm going. yeah, there's no shot. You need to aim the bar much lower. Mm-hmm. It's got to be much lower. Every guy's going to cheat on you for life.
Yep.
That's just how it's going to work.
Yeah.
Unless you do something about what's happening here.
Yeah, you kind of got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I deserve the male version of me.
Well, it's always, usually the other side is the other version of you.
Yeah.
A lot of times. Mm-hmm. Meaning, of course you're into different stuff, but when you are with somebody, you can't always blame them. You got to go, well, look at yourself.
Like the old saying, when you point your finger at somebody, you got 3 pointing right back at you.
Hey, that's pretty good. I've never heard that.
Yeah. That's why in the military.
Is that an old thing your father said or something?
Well, no, that was the Navy, but that's why they do knife hands. So nothing's pointing back at you. Like, this is all you.
I mean, that's a great point. You're pointing, you got 3 back at you. I never heard that. Very true though. Yep. It's always your fault.
Oh yeah.
Anytime your girl is getting sloppy or acting a fool, it's your fault.
Because you're not keeping her in line.
You're not keeping up.
Yep.
You're not keeping up.
Yeah. I got a perfect story. So he's kind of a friend of mine, But anyways, he's about to have a child. And I ask him, and it's like any day kind of thing. The one thing that this guy can't come up with is the name for his son. And I'm like, wait a minute, dude. You're going to have a son. That means you name the boy. And he's like, no. She hasn't settled on a name yet. And I was like, okay, well, I think you fucked up already.
That relationship's doomed already.
Yes. And I said, I think you fucked up already because from the beginning, you haven't been putting your foot down. So if you were to attempt to do it now, no, she's had your nuts off in her pocket for too long.
Yeah, it's hard to go. You can't go back.
Yeah,
because it's disingenuous.
Yeah, and I'm trying to teach him the ways of the force. I'm like, well, when she's giving birth and the kid comes out and everything, guess what's going to happen? She's going to be on drugs. They're going to walk you over to the paperwork where you name your son. That's when you name your son. So
I've never actually thought about that. So does the man name the son and the lady names the daughter? Is that how that usually works?
I don't know. I've named all my kids.
Right.
Yeah.
I never. If I had kids, 100%.
I'm in control of that.
I'm in control of all that.
Yep.
But I don't think that stuff is like to be learned. I don't think you can learn that. I think you either are that way in life.
But I made a good point to my boy because I was like,
I think it's hard to learn that.
I'm like, you have a dog, right? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, the first day you had that fucking dog, you named it, right? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, your kid's right around the corner and you still can't even come up with something, dude. I'm like,
step it up, son. Well, what's interesting is you brought up the dog. A lot of times these guys that have they're kind of like sissies like that. They take a hyphenated name or whatever. Yeah. You go into their house and their dog's a mess too. You kind of notice their dog
mirrors them.
The dog is a mess. The house smells like pee. Yep. You see
the little failures of him rubbing off on the dog.
Well, because a dog is you assholes.
Yep.
If someone's like, I got a piece of shit dog, well, guess what?
You're a piece of shit.
They mirror you. They just look at you all day.
They're just like kids. All they want to do is make you happy.
Yeah. Dogs just look at you all day long. So again, he got 3 pointing back at you when you're yelling at your dog.
Yep.
Right?
You filthy animal. Shit.
3 back at me.
Still wearing the same boxers for 3 days in a row.
Name of the cast, 3 back at me. Boom. But that's anytime I see like they got a crazy ass fucking dog and then I'm yanking the fucking dog, I go, it's you that suck.
Well,
I learned that too early on.
My old lady was telling me about a coworker of hers, right? And she's bitching about this fucking guy that she's with, and she's like, finally, I just had enough, babe. She's like, I barely know this girl. She's a new employee and stuff, but after I've heard the same story about 3 times, she goes, I don't feel bad for you. You're fucking stupid for putting up with that shit and not moving on with your life.
Right. When you hear, it's like I think whenever your buddy is constantly complaining about a relationship, which I want my friends to complain about, I want them to feel that they can come to me, and talk to me. Because I've noticed definitely throughout my life, people don't tell me stuff because they're afraid of being like, fucking gay,
sissy,
fucking sissy. And I've noticed that people will hide shit, fucking to the umpteenth. because they're afraid of what I'll say, and a lot of times they're surprised. I go, oh, okay, because I feel you. Look, we all feel you.
Hey, we've been there.
And I don't do a lot of complaining, which I'm taking a step up. I'm trying to actually voice some of my shit more, so people don't feel in the dark. Like my parents and shit, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry. What was my point? What was my point I was trying to make? God damn it.
Oh, I was saying when you're tired of hearing the same person complain.
Yeah, right. And then by the time it's like the fourth time, you go, yeah,
what have you done to change it?
It's got to be your fault then.
Yeah, what have you done to change it? Oh, nothing?
But what do you, like a lot of times, I get it. I've been in these relationships. You just don't want the fight, man.
You don't want the headache.
You don't want the headache.
But it's hurting yourself more.
I just had to wash through of all the incidences of that.
But you already know this as a fact too, because you've been through it just like I have. It hurts you more in the long run
100%.
if you don't fucking nip it in the butt right away.
Absolutely. 100%, man. If you don't go, this is what bothers me.
Yep.
And it carries on, and then it explodes in another way that has nothing to do with that. Mm-hmm. And then now you got no point.
Right.
Now you
just look like a raging lunatic.
You look like a lunatic, or an idiot, or whatever. Yep. And she will always be, oh, you're just crazy.
Yeah.
But she has no idea that it's been brewing at you,
building up
the small things. When she knocks on the door, when you're in the bathroom, when she's complaining about the trash in the sink, right? Those get me.
Yeah, when she
those are two things that make me fucking insane.
Gets upset for
and
me.
Now I go, I really don't like when I'm in the bathroom. I don't like that.
Yep.
And generally, if she's a good girl, she'll be, oh, sorry about that.
Understand.
I understand. Except for my mom. My mom don't give a fuck. Like a lot of these things he's talking about, it's like my mom. My mom. I'll be in the bathroom. My mom will start talking to me through the door. I go, Well, but I don't say anything because we don't see each other as often. So I go, all right, ma. All right.
Well, I got one kind of similar.
Yeah.
I have this thing that irks me when I'm at the urinal and some guy. I don't care if I know you or don't.
Oh
know
yeah.
You, why do you want to talk to me while I have my cock in my hands?
I think those are the people. I thought about this 100%. I thought about this. These people are very uncomfortable with silence. Now let me ask you something.
I get it. Yeah.
When you're in a car, let's say when you're in a car. Are you good to just ride in the car, or do you have to go, nice weather we're having today, huh?
With other people?
Yeah, with other people. I mean, just say you're carpooling with some coworkers, and you guys are sitting in silence.
If there's no music or the music sucks, I'm definitely talking.
Yeah.
But if it's good music, if like I jump in, they're throwing on some fucking, some.
Or a better example, an elevator. You're in an elevator with strangers. Do you talk to these strangers?
No.
Or do you just ride from 24th floor down to the lobby, silent?
I do me, and I let them do them.
Right.
Because most of the time, I'm not thinking about any kind of conversation with other people. I'm going through the highlights of my day or shit I got to do tomorrow.
Do you feel awkward in those situations?
No.
Okay, so that's my point. I believe these guys that are in the urinal with you feel awkward in the silence. Because all you're hearing is the pee stream. And also, I'm also thinking they're trying to talk their way into peeing. Because sometimes it's a little uncomfortable when you're standing next to somebody.
I get that too.
I've actually thought about this.
That's fucking highly intelligent, dude. I can't even believe I haven't came to that conclusion on my own.
I've thought long. It's a very important subject I've thought about.
Because there is, dude. There's been times where, like in certain bathrooms, there's only 2 urinals.
Yeah.
And you go and you're ready to let go stream, and then another guy comes up and you're like,
Yeah, you're a little tense.
Yeah,
you get tense.
You're like, and then you gotta try to talk yourself into it. Like, just let it flow, buddy. Just let it flow.
I do like this.
Yeah.
Breathe in all the nice bathroom air, dude. Yeah, you got a guy that stands at the urinal right next to you. Someone's blowing it up right here in this stall, and you just
you're just getting irritated. You're like, fuck, I should have gone to a bush.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's interesting you brought that up just today at the gym. There's only 2 stalls because at the gym, it's a pretty liberal gym, which means that the bathrooms are always filthy. Mm-hmm. So they never clean up overflows. If you guys ever notice these like Crunch gyms and Planet Fitness, these very liberal gyms and stuff, notice the bathrooms are always filthy. There's always overflow. Nobody's working on the bathrooms. Very interesting.
It's terrible.
Terrible, dude. They make sure they got masks on for COVID, but the bathroom is fucked.
But we'll let the dookie hit the floor.
Yeah. But anyways, it happened to me today. Where they have an outside security guard because they get like homeless over there or whatever, and he's got like long dreadlocks and he smells of weed. And the dude's just sitting around smoking weed all day. And anyways, we're walking at the same time. God, excuse me. We end up. He has to use the bathroom, and I'm going straight to the bathroom, going to the gym. And there's only 2 stalls, and we immediately go to the 2 stalls, right? And you can tell the both of us are it's taken a little while for the stream to come. Mm-hmm. And then both of us, I know in our head, can go, it's taking a long time. Mm-hmm. I don't hear his. No. He doesn't hear mine.
What's he doing over there?
And then me being competitive, I'm like, Ian, you better fucking go first.
You better start this race off.
And I'm going, and I'm like, you son of a bitch, dude. And I think he beat me. It went boom, and then I went boom. And I think I may have, the stream hit because I heard his go. Yeah. But women, I know you don't understand what I'm talking about. Women don't have a fucking clue what I'm talking about.
No, not one.
Yeah.
Not one. But they do travel in pairs to the bathroom, which is funny to me.
Well, they do that for safety.
They do, but they do it in the safest places possible, too, I've noticed. It doesn't matter the situation.
That's true. That is, women are very, like, they will, because they have to sit down. So they have to go in the stalls, and they're just chatting?
No. What I've seen is one girl wait outside like a guard. And I'm like, this is the safest place, like, ever.
Right.
And that door has a lock on it.
I also think that's become it's become a habit for them now.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like, these are the girls that go to clubs and, fucking places that could be dangerous for a lady all the time. So they're used to that kind of situation. Mm-hmm. But when you see them in like a friendly environment, I'm like, girl, I'm around. Don't worry. If there's any kind of fucking weird shit going on, I'm going to handle it. Don't worry. But
what, you think Susan's gonna help you?
Yeah.
You're fucking doing anything.
What's she gonna do? What, throw you a cheeseburger that she's got in her purse?
Yeah, Susan's ankles could barely keep up those high heels.
The cankles, dude.
The cankles, they're hurting. Yeah. She's not gonna do anything.
She can't lift her leg up above her hips.
She's on stilts. Okay, her ankles are huge.
I know that shirt says small, but that tag was ripped off of something else and sewn on.
By the way, Susan, I'm not talking about you. But I just happen to use the.
You do know Susan?
I do know Susan. Yeah.
So I heard one the other day, and it was from my old lady, and she was like, "Yeah, there's a certain name of a guy that girls don't like to date." And I was like, "Really? I'm intrigued. What is it?" And she goes, "James."
Get the fuck out of here! Really?
Yeah. And I started thinking.
I wouldn't have thought that.
I don't even think I've ever known a James. Like I went through my Rolodex.
That's my brother's middle name.
But an actual like first name James, and I've known thousands of people throughout the military.
I mean Jesse James,
Yeah, but
that's the last name.
Yeah, but the first name James, I'm like, I don't think I've ever met one. And the wife's like, well, me and like 4 other girls agree that's always going to be a dirtbag. I was like, really?
Really? Wow.
I mean, no idea.
Do they go by Jimmy instead?
Well, that could be a thing.
You're right. I don't know a James.
No.
Isn't that interesting?
You always hear Jim, Jimmy.
Wow, I never thought about that. You don't know, but it's a common name. It's a common name. We don't know anybody.
You would think it would be a common
name.
That's
fucking
I don't
insane.
Know one motherfucker named James.
Wow, that's a good point. Holy shit. And they're dirtbags though, huh?
Yeah, that's what she says.
Wow.
She's like, they're always a problem, and I was like, really? I was like, well, I had girl names like that when I was a kid. Like the name Jamie. Ah, dude, you know how many Jamies I've dated in my life, and they're all
Melissa.
They're all terrible. Few Melissas, yeah.
Melissa was big back when we were younger.
Definitely was.
Let it.
Yeah, but when I have to think about names, yeah, Jamie was definitely.
Like, it always sucks when it's like, there's somebody who you hated in high school maybe, and their name was like Katie, we'll say, or something, right? And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, this is my daughter Katie. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
I already don't like you.
Yeah, you just have those preconceived notions with names.
Yeah. Well, it used to be a thing that I had with my own name. I never met a Justin that I liked. And it wasn't until a few years ago that I finally met a Justin that I liked. But that was like 1 in a million.
Huh.
I've met several Justins.
I'm thinking I know a couple other Justins. They're all pretty cool.
Yeah. I've maybe because we're too similar or something. And I'm like, I was here first,
I feel that with Ian's.
Yeah.
I get real fucking competitive.
Like, I'm the better Ian, motherfucker. Yeah. You're a ripoff.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, check this out. I wonder what this guy's up to, but I was doing these acting classes, and I'm Ian Down, and this other guy's Ian Dunn. I was like, and a white guy. He was a good actor. I wonder what he's doing. He was a nice guy. He was cool. And then there was this giant black guy that came in named Ian. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Your name's Ian?
They only casted people named Ian, or what?
I guess so. Ian is becoming very popular. I've met a couple black Ians. Met even a Mexican Ian. I'll go, this is getting crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
This is getting crazy. And notice on TV, like when there's an Ian, they're usually gay. It's really crazy. I go, why is that? Why are they all gay?
I haven't noticed that, to be honest with you. But you know, I'm not.
I noticed it because...
Of course, because you got...
Because mine... I go, fuck! His name's Ian?
Son of a
God
bitch.
damn it.
He's supposed to be a tough guy.
He's supposed
riding
to
a
be manly.
motorcycle, fucking all the girls in your fucking show.
God damn it. Ian's not cool
They
anymore.
chopped his nuts off.
Fuck.
I kind of like it.
I wonder if there... I read somewhere heard somewhere a long time ago where names do something to the personality of the individual.
I can see that.
And I don't know where they can get that proof. I would love to know, you know, you know, because now people are naming their kids like cool names, like really cool names, like fucking
Vlad. I like Vlad.
Tiger, you know, like
I like
fucking Boston, you know what I mean? Or like,
I don't like it.
or like Jenna's brother named his kid Stellar. Stellar Ross. And I go, this is going to go one of two ways. Kid's going to be incredible.
Or a complete shitbag.
Or complete shitbag. There's no, when you have a name like that, I don't think there's a middle. I don't think you're
No, it's the same thing with Vlad, because I've fucking...
Vlad the Impaler.
That's the first one I think of, dude. And I'm like, dude, that dude was a horrible son of a bitch.
Wolfgang.
But then I've met Vlads that are like the night. I mean, they're big fucking strong dudes, but they're the nicest dudes. Don't cross them.
Yeah.
Don't fucking cross them. But they're.
I think with the name
dudes.
Vlad, you're probably going to fuck people up.
Yeah, definitely.
You're
expected to, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you better be impaling, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You better live up to that name.
Yeah, but I mean, every once in a while, I'll hear somebody, they'll name their kid like Eagle or something like that. Or you're just like...
Pilot. Apple.
Apple, that's a celebrity, I think.
I know. The celebrities come with the worst shitty names for their kids, dude.
I mean, a name's a name if you really think about it. It's just a sound that comes out of our head.
Let's think about a real retarded one. Kanye West. He has a kid named East.
So he's, or
East,
I think
West,
it's North.
Or
is it North?
Or
either way.
I think there's a couple that are dumb like that.
Yeah. And it's like you're kind of fucking with your kid.
Yeah, East, West.
Like you're making your kid this fucking...
Which way do I go?
Yeah, you're making this kid a punchline.
Yeah.
Is what you're doing. It's like when they name their kid, like this kid that was in school with me, Misty Pitts, right?
Oh,
like,
I remember that one.
Right?
Yeah.
I bet she's hot as fuck right now. How much you want to bet, dude?
But with a name like that, you're thinking fucking mold and...
Well, see, she can just get married too, and then boom. Now she's Misty Johnson.
Misty Clam.
Now she's Misty Clamming. But
Misty Clamington.
Misty Clamington. Oh shit! Hello, I'm Misty Clamington from the third.
She's got a monocle.
Yeah, but I bet she's hot as fuck now. But that name can you can just change your name. But what I'm saying is, as a parent, what are you thinking about when this happens? I don't understand. Why are you doing that?
I have asked myself that same
You know,
thing.
Dick Butkus. What are you doing?
Right? I mean, dude still turned out to be a hell of a guy.
Right, but
it was only because it was his soul getting that name. I mean, imagine some of these flim pops, dude, that are out there that got a name like Dick Butkus.
Yeah.
You know he's wearing booty shorts and fucking tying his shirt and fucking
got his ass kicked his whole day, his whole life. Yeah. But you know, just all the Richard Head.
Dickhead, yeah.
That's a real guy.
I know.
That's a real guy.
Yeah. I told you about the worst one when I was in the Navy, right?
Huh.
His name was Richard Swallows.
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear to God, dude. So
why are the parents doing that though?
Well, this is the fucked up part.
Do they not think about it? They're funny.
I knew eventually I was going to see this guy because I've met everybody on my ship, and I do see him, and I'm like, oh shit, you're EM2 Swallows. And I was like, what's your first name, dude? Because it just said R. Dot on the fucking dispersing office sheet, and he was like, it's Richard. And I was like, dude. And he was like, and I've gotten it my whole life. And he's like, and I'm a junior. And I was like, you mean there's 2 Dick Swallowers out there? I was like, you have me shitting me, dude.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know, dude, but
why are the parents doing that? Especially if you're a senior And you know what you went through already?
But then you think about it with a last name like that, no matter what, Tim Swallows, you swallow no matter what.
Swallows is, but Dick,
Dick
you're going
Swallows.
right for it. Why are the parents doing that?
I don't know, dude.
Do they think they're being funny?
I think, it kind of, I thought the same thing. Like, maybe it's the boy named Sue thing. Like, I'm going to give him the shittiest name so he becomes the toughest guy.
Yeah.
And I've seen that go either way, too. Like, yeah, he does either become a tough guy. Like, my buddy Shannon, we were in middle school and high school. Nice fucking big fucking strong dude. Cool. But then you see it, another guy with that same fucking name, dude. He just...
I mean, Shannon, there's a lot of famous Shannon Sharp.
Now there is. Back then, this was the only dude anybody's ever met named Shannon.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was a few of those, like Carol, Kelly, And then, again, why are you guys doing that to the kids?
Right?
I don't understand.
I don't either. Because I love my kid. That's why I named him after me. Because I love me.
Yeah,
I mean, cool.
If I had a son, I may he may be a junior, or I'd go straight. We're just going Jack. We're going straight fucking simple Jack.
You never go full retard.
Yeah, yeah, fucking.
This is Framing Dragon.
It'd be fucking Jack Charles Levitt, baby. I mean, that's a solid name right there. That boy's gonna be a cop.
Yeah, I could already see the mustache, the aviators.
Yeah, the mustache and aviators coming right in, or be a fucking commercial airplane pilot. That's cool, dude.
Shit.
Yeah, I hated my name when I was a young kid, though. I fucking hated my name. I think all kids did. We wanted to be something cooler, Well.
I used to think that I hated my middle name when I was a kid because anytime somebody heard my middle name,
What's your middle name?
Elliot.
Elliot.
Yeah,
that's right.
So it was the E.T. movie was fucking hot when he was Elliot, and I was like, man, I fucking hate it. And then I grew to know who my grandfather was and absolutely love the guy, and now I fucking love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a name, it's just a sound that comes out. But as a kid, it's brutal already, right? Mm-hmm. So why would you name your kid Misty Pitts? And then why would the teacher keep reading that every day for roll call?
I'm sure she did that on purpose, dude. Like,
this is my only gem. This is a young kid. Why is that teacher doing that? It's so fucking mean, dude.
Most of the time, the teachers hate other kids.
If you think back, it's crazy some of the conversations because now that you're older, right? You're older than the teachers a lot of times. And then you look back on some of the things the teachers said to you or said to other kids, you're like, those are children. That's crazy
I was a child when you said that.
I was a child. That's insane.
Yeah, calling me a fucking Nazi and all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah, we got that. We got fucking not amount to anything.
Yeah.
Got that a couple times.
Yep.
And then as a kid, you're just like, fuck, right? Because you're like, you were acting up being an asshole, but I'm 9. You know what I mean? I'm just like, holy shit.
I don't even know what life is yet, and you're already trying to say that I'm going to be fucking, this
I was just trying to play hopscotch, dude.
Right?
Like,
trying to play some fucking butts up and shit, dude.
Yeah, I was playing hopscotch, and I got in trouble for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
But you look back now, I would never say that to a kid. I would never be like, because they're just children.
Yeah.
I guess you have to discipline or something. You have to do something. Right,
well, remember we went to some certain special schools too. I mean, even high school, those groundskeepers or whatever the fuck they were special. Like that bitch Nancy. Oh, she'd show.
I remember that name.
She was the blonde-haired bitch that was always giving love to the Mexican gangsters because she was afraid of them. But if you're white, she was fucking with you. You're a Nazi because you hang out with white kids.
Oh yeah.
Or she called me a Nazi because I had an iron cross in my folder. And then we go into the principal's office, Mr. Carney, and he was like, I got that same symbol on my medal right here from when I was in the Army for marksmanship for a rifle.
Yeah, I mean if you look back, now what's going on right now, but that was in the making at our age, like what's
happening now.
What's happening right now.
Yep.
And it is. I'm going to stop calling this a conspiracy because when you say conspiracy, you're having fun with it and blah, blah, blah and all that shit. It is by design.
Yep.
This is being infiltrated. They are purposely trying to take down strong Americans from the inside. And this is how they're doing it with ideology.
Yep.
And it's you can't play the way to combat it is you don't play the game.
Well,
you don't play the game.
It was funny because the other day I was just talking about how at my son's school, he's 8, about to be 9. So at his school, black people, Mexican people, everybody else is still called minorities for some reason.
Yep.
You know how many white kids go to my kid's school? 2.
Yeah.
But we're not called the minority.
Oh, I heard an interview by LeBron James that was like minorities, and I go, there's all black people in basketball.
Yeah, you're the
What
majority.
are you talking about?
You're the majority.
What are you talking about? You're a gazillionaire. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
But it's I believe those things are by design. It's by design.
Seems like it.
And because the people they're trying to take down are the ones that run businesses, run military, run families, and sign paychecks. That's my theory. All the ideology is against the people that pay out the money. Now, I don't give a fuck how you feel about what I just said. Most of the time, look at your checks or look at your boss's check. Okay? The guy that signs that doesn't have a he, her next to it.
Nope.
Okay? There's no way. Generally, the guy's an American. Generally, he's a white guy. Generally.
Yeah.
You take that down, there's no jobs. There's none of that.
Yep.
You're taking down Americans. There's no jobs. There's no food. I truly believe this is on the inside, and it started when we were kids.
Yeah. Yeah. It did. We just didn't see it because we were dealing with our.
I definitely saw that I was targeted for being a white kid, 100%.
Well, we definitely saw that, but that's because we were focused on our tiny little world.
Right, exactly.
We had no idea how big it was getting even then, though.
Oh, absolutely. Well, but also, I'm not going to say. I'm going to say for a strong white kid that stands up for himself, that was being targeted.
Definitely.
People that stand up for themselves are trying to get hit, and what you do is you don't play the game. You're anti this, you're a homo this, you're the blah 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 blah, and you go, no, I'm just not. You're now, you don't count because your ideology can change like that because you have a mind virus,
and it's stupid and regurgitated bullshit.
It's regurgitated
makes
bullshit.
No sense to regular folks like us.
Yeah, it's stupid, but I see it. I fucking see it 100%, and I'm not playing the game. I'm going to proceed. And anybody that is in that world and wants to play that game, I will ex-nay you out of my life so fast.
Well, check this out. Check out how bad the design has gotten now. So in college.
Oh, colleges, yeah.
In college.
Oh, yeah.
You know how much stupid shit they're teaching nowadays?
Oh, crazy.
Gender pronouns.
Oh, I know.
You can get a fucking degree in gender pronouns, which is something that's irrational that some fucking idiot made up.
Yeah.
And now they're fucking teaching this in colleges?
But, right. Now, here's what I've always said, and this is what taught me this during the COVID thing, is they go, well, they shut down the world. And I go, we let it. Mm-hmm. We let it.
Yep.
I shut down, too. I shouldn't have. I allowed you guys to let me not make any money. I allowed that to happen. We all should have stood up and go, nope. Mm-mm.
Well, hindsight's always 20/20.
Not hindsight by year number 2.
I know, but when it comes in as fast as it did,
yeah, sure.
A lot of people were taken off guard. I get it,
I'm one, and I go, but I never believed it at all. Then all of a sudden, I was like, what if I'm wrong? And then you know what I mean?
We all had that doubt.
Right.
Yeah.
Then when I found out I'm not wrong,
yeah.
I still didn't go, you know what? Go fuck yourself, everybody.
Yep.
Fuck that. Mm-hmm. I didn't. And because whatever factors.
But you kind of folded on that part, but you didn't fold and get the fucking vaccine, right?
No, I definitely did not.
Okay, so
my loved ones did.
I know. And,
and I got problems with that.
Some people had to.
Interestingly, 2 people, my loved ones that are in the medical field did not.
Yeah, well.
Retired medical field did not. Isn't that funny?
My cousin Lisa, who used to be she was a nurse in the Army. She's still a nurse today. She was like, none of this shit that they're saying is making any sense.
Yeah. And it's so fucking obvious, though. But it's so obvious. But even, my mother, my mother's like, don't get that. Yeah. That's crazy. You don't need that. My doctor, my surgeon speaks. So my surgeon who worked on my knee, my last time, he goes, he goes, I have to get it. I have to, or I'll lose my job. He goes, but I don't want to get it. And he told me, we had this, because I would ask him, we had this dialogue. He's like, it's bullshit, man.
Yep.
I was like, and he goes, I'm going to get it because I don't want to lose my job. I go, like, that's insane to me.
I did get it. The only reason I got it, and I legit got it, was because my mother-in-law was on her deathbed. And they're like, no, we need legit proof that, and, you know, so fucking, I'm like, whatever, get jabbed in the arm, go see her the next day. I mean, she passed away the day after that. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you know, I had to bite the bullet on that.
But it's not the point of the actual injection. It's forcing you to get it or you lose your job.
You lose your job.
So the point is, if anybody hears me saying this that's in SAG or the acting, I'll be dropped immediately, even today. So when in these auditions, it says if you have your vaccine. Mine says I do. I lie.
Let's bleep this shit out. Huh? Take a time note.
Go fuck yourself, bitch. Fuck off, dude. That shit pisses me off,
you
dude.
Just don't want to bring that to your door, you know?
Gives a fuck, dude. That's crazy.
It is
It's
crazy.
insane, though. That's insanity.
But that's the world that we live in. They make up these fucking rules. They dictate that we abide by them, or you're fucking chopped. You know, you're next on the chopping block. And, you know, a lot of people just go with it because they're like, I don't want to be fucked with.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone.
Well, of course. I got to make a living, of course.
It.
But it's one of those things. Me and my girl had an argument about it because she has to get these things to fly at the time or get it, you know, for all that shit. And I go, baby, I go, what's in my position? I got to be honest. I'm worried about it, and I love you. So I'm gonna let a loved one get something I'm very, very worried about. I don't want you to get it. And then she got it, and she got this weird fucking mark on her head. Luckily, it went away. She had a weird fucking like mark on her head, like an indentation, bro. Like it was like holy shit. She looked it up, and it was like other people got it too. It went away.
But it
went away. Yeah.
I think another good thing that I did is I stayed drinking whiskey the whole fucking time.
I think that has a lot to do with it.
So
and cigarettes. I got to be honest.
I'm telling you.
I got to be honest.
Because I think whatever they shot me up with didn't do shit, dude. Because I've heard some dudes trying to say, "Oh, it caused me to have low T." Not me. It did the opposite, actually. But that's just me personally.
You never know how things are going to react together.
That's true.
With whatever you're doing at home, whatever food you're eating, whatever. It doesn't. So those things are hard to say. It's hard for me to go. I have 3 people in my life that have gotten the shot, and they all have heart issues now.
No shit.
Of course, they're older.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't. It's too late now. I can't say anything about it. But there's a small anger inside of me going. You know what I mean? Like, what do you do about this?
Well, this is,
and I'm not even saying it's that. I don't even know if it's that. You just.
Yeah, this is the funny part is that, you know, after the fact, after all, that's when all this stuff is coming about out on how big a fucking liar Fauci and fucking all these.
Oh, my Lord.
You know, all this shit is all
that's
bullshit.
That's an evil individual.
But of course, you couldn't release that during the time of this fucking shit happening.
Because it's obvious.
Yeah.
It's obvious what they're doing.
And I hate when they do that shit, dude. I hate when you find out after the fact that, fuck, I should have gone with my instinct and just fucking.
I mean, the story of my life, man. I mean,
because trust me, I fighted the vaccine the whole fucking time, and then, you know, my wife was like, "Well, if we don't get it, we're not going to have any kind of proof, and we're going to."
I've had many conversations in my head about, do I have to do it because then I can't work.
Yeah.
You know, and I was on the Mayans, you know, and now luckily I said, all you have to do is say, are you vaccinated? And I go, yeah.
Well, listen to how my mind went. So,
I may bleep this now that I'm thinking about it.
Telling you should, dude. Let's put down the time, too, dude. Whatever the fucking time.
I'll go over it.
But you always say that. You never do it. You know that.
I know, because I go, fuck it.
Yeah. It's out there. But
because it's a lot of work, I gotta go through it.
So I knew my mother-in-law was dying, and I love this woman, man. I still to this day.
I'm marketing. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Still to this day love this woman.
Yeah.
So when my old lady was like, "Look, we got to go see my mom," you know, I'm like, "Yeah, of course we do." And I was like, "Hey, we can use your fucking, you know, your scrubs and shit. And we'll just sneak in there as fucking unknown nurses or, you know, what fucking interns and shit like that." And she's like, come on, babe, do you really want to go up there and try to get arrested? And I was like, no, I'm trying not to get the vaccine is what I'm trying not to do. I'm thinking I could even dress up like a janitor, throw you inside a fucking empty trash can, put a bag over it, and I'll walk in there like, hey, George, Mr. George, I hit her.
Yeah.
You know, and fucking, we can get in there. There's other ways I can get us in there. And she's like, no, I think we should do it the right way and go get that shit. I'm like, man.
Yeah, I mean, I got, some people, I got no qualms about people that got it or didn't get it, blah, blah, blah. You got to do what you got to do. But, I mean, it's like some of my loved ones are like getting the boosters. And I go, please stop.
No, I didn't.
I go, please stop. But it's like the argument is so crazy. And my argument is I love you and I'm afraid of it. Please stop.
Yep.
But people are going to make their own decisions. And you could say the same thing about, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, but what's funny is like, I don't know. I go, please stop getting the vaccine. Then I go, I just blow a big ass line.
What the fuck is wrong with you over there?
Yeah. Which was my argument about the mask too. You're so afraid of masks, but you take the mask down to do a line of fucking fentanyl.
What I always thought was funny is porn when they were wearing masks.
Yeah.
I could penetrate you, girl, but damn if I'm gonna breathe your breath.
Yeah, the mask thing is so weird. And when I see people with masks, I pay them no mind now.
I check out. Yeah.
I'm way out.
I check out. Dude.
I check way there. There's this kid at the rehearsal studio that's full masked up, and you're just like, this is so fucking weird, dude. Like it's like,
you know what I like to say to dudes when I see them wearing masks? That looks like a piece of a bra that you got on your face there, bud.
That just means basically when I see the mask, it's telling me that his dick doesn't work. Right. That's all that means to me.
He's a boob.
Because there's no woman that's like, oh, this is my man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
There's no woman like that.
Yeah, and then when you're just sitting there with those little beady eyes behind your fucking mask, I can't tell if you're smiling.
They always got glasses on.
Always, dude. And
I told you about the girl at the pet store where I get my dog food, and her name's Darwin.
Oh, interesting.
Darwinism. I said this on the
epitome is stupid.
She's supposed to die. I said this on the cast before, but I saw her again, and she seems very sweet. But I mean, she's behind the mask. I've never seen her face, and she wears glasses. Her wrists are the size of my pinky, and her name is Darwin. No joke. It's on her name tag.
Never had a chance.
And I go, in my head, I go, you're supposed to die. The earth is supposed to swallow you.
To consume you.
Yeah. You're that's crazy to me. That whole thing. The coincidences on some of these, again with names, are so interesting. Like Darwin. She's about the size of that bottle. She wears a mask with glasses on and works in a very, very liberal pet store, right? And I love these very liberal pet stores, but they're like, if you want the good stuff, it's $100, you rich fuck. Now I'm gonna take all your money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
It's like the whole Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah.
Hey, we're in it for you guys. Nah, we're just taking all your fucking money and doing whatever.
I always find that with,
but hey, it's for black people.
I always find that with things that are like very liberal. You're like, yeah, but it's more expensive, so go ahead. Yeah. I know. We're all for immigrants and black people and stuff, but they can't afford this shit. So we take your money. Yeah. It's so funny, dude. But my point is with the names, it's like that. It's like I think of Harvard, the dean of Harvard, who was fighting, or have you seen that where there was anti-Semitic fucking chants on the campus of Harvard, and they were yelling at these Jewish kids, and they were in court for it, and the dean of Harvard was for the kids that were chanting anti-Semitic chants at this Jewish kid, and you're going, and then you could tell people in court are like,
what the fuck?
You're
with the Nazis?
Yeah, and her name is Dr. Gay.
Of course it is.
Her real last name is Gay.
Of course it is.
She's a black lady.
Yeah, I knew it, and I can already see fucking glasses.
You got the glasses, the weird hair that doesn't move.
Oh my god, the
straightened hair. She just straightens that hair, and then it's so fucking. It's insane. Her name is Dr. Gay. You can look up this thing on where they're in court. It's insane when you get a chance. But it's so insane it like angers you. You go, it's crazy she can't. And the person that is grilling her on it, you're telling me, right? And then she goes, she'll say things like, well, not in this instance, no. And you're just like, how are you backing this up, lady? This is crazy. This is a mind virus. Who's behind you?
And why are they yelling at a Jewish kid on a college campus in America? This hatred towards the Jews, that comes from overseas. All right, that shit can stay over there. You know, because all these red, white, and black and green flags.
Gays for Palestine, baby.
All these
women for Palestine.
Listen to me, America. Any flag, any country that has the red, white, and green and fucking black colors on their flag, fuck them. They're all Nazis. They're all Nazis.
What? Again, that goes back to my thing. Is like, if you can take down the Jews. Again, another group of people who sign paychecks. You know what I mean? And then you can, there's all the jokes, the Illuminati, the Zionists, whatever the fuck you want to call all that shit. I like all that. That's funny. But a lot of times, those are the people that are owning businesses. You know what I'm saying? So my theory on that, too, is that's another group of people you have to break in America to bring down the quote-unquote
that makes
Americans.
Sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's just
because
it seems so blatant to me, though.
How other people would just stand by and fucking hear people scream at Jews for anything like that, dude. Like, that doesn't bring you back to World War II.
It's crazy. Like, never mind Jews in general. Just the fact that it's being accepted.
Yeah, that you're selecting a group, you're hating them for something the kid probably didn't even do.
The kid is this big with a yarmulke.
Right.
He's not fighting. The kid's in there probably for fucking. Yeah. He's a mathematician.
Right. He's trying to get an education. You're gonna scream at him for being who he is. Well, fuck you and who you are.
Well, all of a sudden, and I see it all over the internet right now. It's so open right now to hate Jewish people. And insane to me.
Here we go again, repeating history.
Guys, we don't see where this goes.
Right. I mean, the last time we had this dude with a fucking paintbrush for a fucking, mustache running shit, telling you the same exact propaganda.
And then they switch it around where they call other leaders Hitler,
right,
like Trump.
Oh yeah,
right.
Farthest from the truth.
Or George Bush. Now, I don't care how you feel about him. The point is,
nobody's as bad as Hitler.
Calling them a Hitler is so fucking
so far off.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's so far off.
It's insane.
Yeah, he's a dumb fucking. He's stupid as shit and he fucks a lot of things up. But he's not mass murdering millions upon millions of people, dude.
I'm seeing all this from even punk bands that we like because they're fucking poser ass bitches.
Fuck you, Green Day.
They've always been poser ass bitches.
Green Day. Fuck yourself.
All of them.
Yep.
My point is also on my point with some of those, stay in your lane. Yeah. Stay in your lane. It's not for you.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. I don't care what you think about it. Stay in your lane.
Exactly.
Shut up. It's not for you.
Right.
Green Day and the rest of you pussies, dude.
Sons of bitches.
All you pussy ass punkers, dude, still wearing the mask. I'll slap you fucking.
I do it.
It makes me so mad, dude.
Yeah, remember a drop kick and fucking Rancid, dude? Saw the mohawk with a mask on. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me.
Yeah.
You've gotta be shitting me.
There's so many of those, dude.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that irritates the fuck out of me.
So many of those. You go to any punk rock show, and there's always a few fucking mohawks with masks on, dude.
Because, the punk rock we came from, you had to be a badass just to be at a fucking show. You had to stand your ground, pit, not, fucking... take your licks and
everything
shit.
You think you fought against, right, or you think you stand against, you are now the system. You are being told what to do, what to wear.
Yep. Anti-flag, but hey, not so anti anymore.
Oh yeah,
as long as it's got a dollar sign on it.
Oh, but they've been like that forever though. They've been Mr. Anti-establishment, stealing money from their artists and doing all the other shit.
Yeah.
Mr. Go fuck yourself. They're posers, dude. Yeah.
Definitely posers.
They're posers.
Yep.
Shut up. And you're screaming about the government that you live under. I hate our government 100%.
Agreed.
Now, it is weird to your whole life, your whole business model is about our flag is a piece of shit, right? Which most of their artwork is the burning American flag, never any other flag, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? So my thing is, you guys got $1 million in the bank. You can move anywhere. Why are you still?
And what are you mad at America for?
Why are you still here then?
Because
You know?
I do happen to hate my government also.
Sure.
But I love my country.
Absolutely.
I love this country fucking, till I die.
Right. Absolutely.
I would die defending this country once again. Fuck, man. We got another civil war coming up. Count me in, dude.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get rid of all these dumb fucks that are just screwing over our own people.
But at the same time, I don't mind you there's something about it. I don't mind you putting it in lyrics. You know what I mean? Like, you put it in your artwork. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
It's when you start making these posts and making these political views that really burns my ass. Because it's disingenuous. That's why.
Especially when
because you're not willing to fight for it.
And reminds me of that Ramones song where he's like, if there's one thing that makes me sick is when someone hides behind the politics.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit gets old, especially when that's all the person lives for and breathes. It's talking about politics. Like, dude, I got my own views. I already know how I stand. I don't really care to agree with you or not. I just don't like to talk about it.
It's a mind virus. It is a virus that has been released amongst people. And I see it. Like, I see it online where you go onto these guys' page. They have families. They have a wife and 3 kids. And there's a post at 3 p.m. There's a post at 5 p.m. There's a post at 8 p.m. There's a post. And it's all Trump. Their whole life has been just taken over by how much he hates Trump.
Yep.
And I know this guy. He's a bass player. And that's how we met. But it was like, his whole life has gotten taken over by his hatred for Donald Trump. And I go, bro, you got kids. How about a little focus on those kids?
Right. And really come up with one thing that Trump has done that really offended you or hurt your feelings.
By the way,
like show me on the doll where he touched you.
The problem is that you never can. You never be like, well, he's racist. He hates Mexicans.
No, they've already
because
proven
he wants.
That's not right.
But they never. Well, he wanted to put up a wall, and they're like, well, for one, there's a wall there already. But there's already a wall.
Not only that, look what we have to do now. Look what Texas has to do because this president don't want to do shit.
But it's not very interesting though. It's not about Mexico, though, is it? Very interesting. Whoa.
No, all of a sudden,
whoa,
it changes because the face of the guy that's doing the same thing the other guy wanted to do. Now it's fine.
Whoa. Very interesting, dude. Wow.
I saw the black people in Chicago talking about how they're sick of this shit. And they're like, so you mean to tell me you're giving these illegal immigrants that haven't worked, haven't done anything, free money, a place to stay, food and all this shit, but you won't give that to Americans who are starving and out on the fucking streets? Fuck you.
I mean, isn't that common sense?
Right?
It's so weird.
Let's bring in other people that don't need to be here and not take care of the people that are here.
Well, it's the same guy that always goes to like Africa and adopts children. He'd be like, there's children right here in America.
There is, dude. There's plenty.
There's a lot of children that could use a home right here. Why are you going way to Africa?
Yeah, Angelina Jolie. Why do you got to pick a kid from every continent, you fucking weirdo?
I met a guy. I talked about this on the cast one time.
So. Yeah.
We went out and we had drinks. It was Jenna's friend's friend. And he just loved going to Africa. But I had enough time and I had enough booze in me that I was grilling him on it, dude.
Yeah.
And I got him stumped. He was just like, and I was like, well, because things just aren't working out over here now, is it? Right? Because you basically found an ideology. You found something that people praise. Oh, you're going to Africa to save children? And I go, how come we got to go way over there?
Because nobody gets praised for helping.
And he's like, they don't
here.
have any food over there. I go, are you gonna bring them food? Well, you can't because of the thing. And I go, why? How come they don't go and
fish?
He was telling me there was one thing where it was like, there's actually in a McDonald's or something that was like maybe 30 miles or something, like a far, and I was like,
they have a McDonald's?
And I go, I gotta be honest. I go, if I was a parent, I'd make that trek.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
60 miles for some food? Yeah.
I'd make that trek.
If my kid's going to starve?
So, and I started going, I go, boy, these kids got shitty parents, huh?
Right.
these fucking Africans are terrible parents. And he was like, holy shit. Dude. He didn't know what to do with that information. I go, they got shitty parents.
And I mean, in Africa, there are coastlines. You can go fishing. You can learn how to catch some fucking food.
Shit, what's the comedian?
Sam Kinison.
Thank you, Sam Kinison. Move where the food is. Oh, there's no fucking food.
Stop showing me that they refuse to leave where there's no fucking food.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like, I get it. I get all that. But I always say there's so many people that need help right here.
Definitely.
You know, and where everybody's like, we need to save the homeless. Like, there's a homeless guy right there.
Right there.
Go help him.
Go help.
They never do.
No.
They'd rather type it into their computer made by slaves.
And take pictures to show all their friends what a great human being they are, even though it's full of shit.
Yeah, it's full of shit. And I know you're not I know you, lady.
I know you're not a good person. You just pretend to be.
I know this girl, dude. She's so full of shit, dude. She's such a woke punk rocker, dude. And you know, she makes sure she takes the camera down to Skid Row where she's giving out sandwiches. The moment she's done with the sandwiches, she's fucking out of there, dude. She gets the hell out of there.
And see, that shit really irks me.
It irks the shit out of me,
dude, because you know you're not doing it for the benefit of them.
You're doing it for your social media.
You're doing it for yourself,
yeah,
and for your own self-loathing, dude. Yeah, fucking.
I think it catches up with you. I think it because this person I'm talking about is a very miserable individual.
Oh,
she's depressed a lot. Yeah, she's depressed. She's kind of hot, you know. But
satisfaction, crypto geofaction. See him hanging all alone, hanging heads on broken bones, locked inside the home. Yeah, I can't live that way. My list fools in space. To save all the souls, I want mine back. Just give me one more chance. 24, 7, alright. 24, 7, alright. Never mind these little lies. Sick and tired, won't close my eyes.